Hey everybody, Juice here, your host of all the battle reports here at the Long War, where we always keep it icy. Big special shout out and thanks to all our Long War veterans. If you haven't already, stop what you're doing. Literally stop. Do you see who's next to me? This guy's famous. Head on over to longwar.net, become a veteran of the Long War today. Robbie B, the man that needs no introduction, but I'm going to give it to him anyway. The legend, Spikey Bits, the great author of I Know Everything About 40K, and even what I don't, I still don't have a stupid face. Robbie B.
I actually have a stupid face.
No, get out of here.
I'm not behind the camera.
You do exist.
It's true. I'm a real person.
So now we can say Robbie B and Juice are not the same person.
Nope.
Because you've seen us in the same room.
Yeah, one of us is still Superman now. I'll let you guys figure out which one that is.
So, Robbie B, we're going to be killing some 40K today.
Nope.
Alright, we're going to be busting out some new Magic the Gathering.
Nah, we're going to play some Fantasy Flight.
FFG?
Yeah, this new game, Runewars, is out, where it combines a lot of the mechanics from traditional Warhammer Fantasy, along with the twist that FFG puts on all its products. It's basically Warhammer Fantasy with an X-Wing twist to it. It's really awesome.
That's literally what it is. It is old school, 6th edition and before fantasy, 40K fantasy, Games Workshop fantasy.
Yep.
And X-Wing put together.
Yeah, it sure is. We got maneuver dials, we got maneuver templates, like all sorts of things here that you are going to recognize immediately from the X-Wing miniatures game, put into a traditional tabletop where you actually get to hobby on your figures. They do not come pre-painted.
No, these do, don't they?
No, they sure don't.
These models FFG is putting out. Is this the first line?
This is the first line. The starter box comes out the first or second week in April. I forget which, but we're got it here in the Beats Lab, and we're going to show you how to play it.
Shout out to White Metal Games. That is the painting company that put these models together, painted, and based them up for us. So appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, our friends over at White Metal Games. Check them out, whitemetalgames.com. For the starter box army, I just have the normal Deccan army list right here, all painted up. We'll start over here with my hero, Carrie, a Wraith Stalker. She has secretly been trained by the elves, the Lataris that were just announced from FFG. There she is right there on her little scenic base. And then we've got a block of, or 4 trays of Spearmen, the Rune Golem over here, and 2 trays of Oath Sworn Cavalry. All comes in the starter.
In playing the good guys today, we've got the Waykars. Obviously, they're good. Look at them. I'm going to start here in the dead center. We've got Artemis Maximus Ribis. That's my warlord, obviously. All those names are exactly right. That's how we say it here. We actually, if you come over on this side, we have 2 squads of Reanimate. These are the archers. They're going to be doing their thug fizzles. And then painting far left, or maybe you're right, I've got a full block, aka getting re-rolls and all my goodiness is my regular Reanimates. And then I have my Charon Lancers. Now, there's only just one right now, but let me tell you, whenever I get my hands on this model, there's going to be multiples, because I'm liking how these guys play.
So here is the starter play area, how you're supposed to set up your units, which you will see correspond to exactly how we have done that already, and set up all your maneuver templates, all your tokens and things off to the side, and then it's easy game, easy life from there, and you just follow the quick start guide, which we are going to do right now.
I'm pretty impressed with this, Robbie B. I have to admit, laying down exactly where they need to be in position to one another, and quote unquote, we've actually just recently run this through. It's cool because it pairs up. You kind of interact with other people's stuff, so you get the full effect in the demo game itself.
Yep, it's very well thought out, so there's a lot of interactive engagement in the demo game between the 2 players.
Robbie B, at this time, normally we would pick up dice before models have been put down to figure out where they go, but no need for that today.
We have a diagram.
We do. I actually, this game is so much better because of that. Why can't it always be this easy? But now, Robbie B, these rolls right here gets to determine who places this dial in front of them, taking priority for this turn and for the remainder of the game, rotating back and forth.
Ah.
Yes. Average. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now priority is me. The game is over. We don't have to do anymore. Come to find out, it says right here, whoever wins priority, game is won. Just kidding. So now,
That's 2 out of 3.
That's right. So now we've got these cool little game token magic
energy
magic energy tokens.
It's a game of runes.
Here it is. So whoever wins priority is going to just slang those out, and we are definitely.
Oh, that's good for you.
We're gonna love that. These guys love the green, aka might get some models back. There's going to be no damage this turn, I don't believe, but so cool. So we're gonna line these up over here on the side.
That is the active energy in this round.
And then now it is time to pick up our dials and figure out secretly. This is a little beats lab, little mini beats lab. Each one figure out what my guys are going to do. The first command phase is done. Robbie B and I have figured out what exactly we want our dials to do, and it's now time to start from 1 and work our way up all the way to 1,000,000.
Yep, just
1 million.
Just like pilot skill in X-Wing.
That's it. So we're going to start out at a 1. Robbie B, you got anybody?
I wish.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a real thing.
I don't think it is either. So then we're going to go to a 2. That is literally just as good as a 1.
I do not have a 2.
No 2s. No 2s.
Fish.
I'm gonna throw out a 3. See if anything sticks.
Well, I got a 3. I got a 3.
You do have a 3.
I got stuff.
Right. Woo! All
got
day.
Player. So I am marching 2 forward and rallying. I rally with no Bane counters on me, so I actually get an inspiration, which allows me to take those Bane counters off. And to move, it's very simple. You just put the line, oops, backwards. You put the line square with the actual model's front edge, and then just slide it up till it locks into the template at the front.
Check that out. It literally locks to tell you when it is. You hold the back and it locks up front. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. FFG, keeping it tight as always.
That's it.
All right, Robbie B was the only one with a 3. It is time. 4s? Anybody have a 4?
I got a 4.
Okay, so I have a 4 also. One thing we learned is you don't want to let Robbie B or your opponent figure out which one you think is a 4, because if he has multiples, then he could activate this one and not this if he knows. So either way, I have a 4, Robbie B has a 4. The dial is on my side of the table, so I take priority, means I get to activate my guy first. So, good old Artemis Maximus is going to be moving 4. Excuse me, at 4 he's moving 2 straight ahead. And I went ahead and gave myself 1 shield.
So now you're 4 shields. So it takes 4 damage to get through to cause 1 wound to you. This round. Nice.
Classy.
And my 4 is my rune golem over here. I am marching and I am rallying. Now this little symbol right here is an energy symbol. So what we're going to have to do is go over and see how many energies we have showing with that symbol. There's 2. Boom. So his movement is actually 2. It's because he's powered by the energy. So again, I'm moving 2 forward, which is pretty simple to do. And then I'm rallying. I don't have any Banes on me. If I did, I would get rid of them all. But since I don't have any, I get an inspiration token, which I can turn in to get rid of Banes before I reveal my command dial, which is very important when it comes to things like stunned, because stun actually takes away one of my modifiers. So it's a neat little trick to have on your guys whenever possible. One other thing that's worth mentioning too in the starter game is when you set your command dials, you need to have the same color, except for you are allowed to use white as a wild card. So for here, I don't want to charge, so I did not select a charge. I selected rally, which is really cool. Or I could have reformed, but that seems kind of stupid in the beginning of the game right there. So we just went forward and we rallied, and I didn't have to select the same color. One of the cool things about cavalry is that they have the potential to go really fast. So I can march 3 on my action dial, and I can also modify march of 2. So I went up 3 and then I modified 2. Now this, you are able to stop this with a stun counter. However, we're not at that point yet during the game, so it's really cool. One detraction to these guys is that they cannot shift. They don't have a shift command, so they can go really fast, but they can't make short controlled bursts to get in and out of combat and move along the line. So that's something that, to keep in mind right there.
And then also, so we've got Charon right here, went ahead and spit major acid and whatnot to give a Blight token to this unit right here.
And one of the things too we were checking it out. He was trying to get me over here because he activated last because of his priority, but unfortunately to draw line of sight he would have to go through his own guys, so he does not have line of sight to my cavalry guys. So top of 2, we've got a new energy configuration over here, which is good for both of us, especially for Juice there. He gets to regenerate some of his guys if he loses them. We're at the top of 2, so we're going to start at initiative 2. You got anything?
Nope.
3?
That's a big negative.
Oh, actually, I got a 2.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
Backing up.
Wait a second.
All right, so now I get to shoot. So shooting is actually really easy in this. You just use the handy dandy template. And what they did was notch it so you can tell where your arcs of fire are right there. So I have pretty good arc of fire right there, I would say, when I'm not bumping my own stuff. So at initiative 2, I get to generate a ranged attack, which according to my card right here is 1 white dice and 1 blue dice. So we're going to roll those up, and also have some special abilities here we'll talk about in a second. So we got a hit, and we got another hit, and a panic. So what that is going to do is I have a special ability called Brutal, where this allows me to count as having an extra tray as what I normally do. So this counts as 2 damage. This one counts as 2 damage. So I've done 4 damage. I'm going to allocate it over here to these guys. So he's going to lose 4 guys because they are armor 1 and wounds of 1. And then I'm also going to trigger a panic check with at severity 1, which if we can find the deck around here, here we go. We're just going to flip 1 card out of the deck. And unfortunately, this costs 3 to activate. We don't have 3. We have 2 actually. So what I can do, oh wait, is this really here?
I just put it there for you.
Oh, so oh, this actually doesn't work like that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Nope, it's just you get that like when you fail a charge or something like that. So nothing happens here. I can't activate this. If there was a token there, we would get extra cards and we could trigger those. But so it's a little bit different from some of the other games out there where you always take a morale check at the end. You have to actually physically trigger them in this game. So next up, we've got initiative 5, where I'm going to march 3 and charge into the archers right there. So I'm actually going to impact, and as it sounds like, when I collide with an enemy unit during the charge, that unit receives 1 panic token from my cavalry. So I'm going to hit these guys right here, and when you hit at a weird angle, you basically come together right there where they all square up. I've hit with a panic, and now I get to perform a free melee attack instead of getting a panic token for colliding with an enemy there. And my attacks are 2 red and a blue. I have 2 trays, so I count as a threat of 2. So each one of these is going to count as 2. So that's 6 damage right there coming at his archer mans. And no panics, but I will trigger this. I will spend that to force a severity 1, which again can't actually activate. So that goes away.
Alright, so I'm going to activate these as a 5. I chose to do a ranged attack. I cannot do that. You can shoot into other engaged models, but if you yourself are engaged, you cannot do it. So this is a they get to do a nothing. And then we have Robbie B. You have a 5.
So I'm just gonna march my guys over here, and I was actually predicting you to be in my way. So I am charging, but unfortunately I'm not going to contact anything, which means I just panicked myself here. So we're just going to move these guys, and they have a bile token, which is probably bad for them in the long run. So we're just going to move this block up, securely holding the movement tray and locking in. Ugh. And not hooking. And then we get a panic token because we did not contact something like we expected to.
And then going right into that, I'm going to go with my hero here. And he is my only other 5. And again, it's going to look like I don't believe I can reach as far as I want.
Oh, right here.
Got the 3. Oh.
Probably not.
So
lots
close.
of panic.
Okay. And put that there.
And then last for me, oh, I have, do you have 6?
Yes, I have 2 6s.
Ooh, you doubling up on me.
Yep. But you have priority, so you get to go first.
I am not 6.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I have a 6 here. We will go with this first. We went with +1 shield again. Also, I'm going to use my ability to give a blight token again. I was hoping that model would have moved. It did not. So I guess, Robbie B, we have to see, can I blight a unit more than once?
You sure can.
All right, these guys are taking it. And you have no 6s?
I have no 6s.
All right, so then these guys are up next. They were going to charge 2 forward because I didn't know what that guy was going to do. So guess what? That is another scary token, pin token.
We are super scared. Nobody's where they're supposed to be right now.
Also at the end of the phase, because this is pretty cool with these guys, they have regenerate. There's 2 of these wards showing, or runes, so guess what that means? I get 2 guys back.
It's like I did half as much now.
I know. I was hoping my archers had that, but I looked down, and that's why I was like, nah, whatever, I'll get a couple guys back. And then I looked down and was like, come to find out they don't have regenerate. Shit.
Nope. And last but not least for me, a big fat 8, because my rune golem is very slow and purposeful. He's going marching 2, and he is going to collide with your mans. I don't think we need a super guide here. I'm just going to move him forward, then he's going to rank up. Very easy right there. We didn't head in a corner, so we know we're front to front right there. And he is going to get to do his attacks. Now, this guy, like I said, he uses the magical energies. He has Brutal. While making his attack, his threat is increased by this right here. So he counts as having a threat of 2, it looks like. We're going to roll his dice, which aren't that great, but it's not too bad there. So I've got 2 hits and 2 panics. So this is actually going to be really interesting here. So 2, what's your armor?
4.
So I do no damage.
Excuse me, 3. But it doesn't matter. Still not good enough.
Still not good enough. Brutal right there. Okay. So, but what's cool here is I've got 1, 2. I'm going to cash this in to force a severity 3. And I believe we flip 3 cards. And I get to choose one of them. Oh, now I don't get a 3. Oh my goodness. So let's see what we got here. Receives 1 immobilized token, performs a reform so I can make you face backwards where I get a flank on you, which would give me an extra die. Discards all bonuses. If you add no bonuses, receives 1 panic. I feel like I want to fear. Oh, don't you have the ability where your fear costs 1 more or something to trigger?
I'm steadfast.
Okay, what's that?
So while suffering a morale test, treat doubt and fear cards as having 1 additional morale icon.
Okay, so this is a fear card, so this would cost me 3. Fortunately, I do have 3 because I had that extra I spent.
Yep.
So I am going to activate that. I am going to reform you backwards. So next turn, I get an extra die attack, assuming you don't do another reform and turn right back around, which you could do.
Robbie B, I like how you tactically, masterfully baited me right there.
I sure did.
It is now my turn 3, and I have the priority. This is what the runes gave us this turn, which is good for me, good for Robbie B.
The annual rolling of the runes.
Yep. So, Rob, do you have any 1s or 2s?
I don't.
I do not either. How about 3s?
I do.
I do have a 3 also.
I guess you go first.
Yep. So I'm having to play a little defensive here. I am going to reposition.
I knew it.
And I am going to give myself +1 shield.
That's smart. I like your moxie. So my 3 is my hero over here is going to charge 2, which I think will get us there for sure. It sure will. So I'm just going to slide her forward because we know we're going to make contact, and then we square up. And she gets to roll her attacks, which are in melee, 1 white and 1 blue. Now she has the ability called Brutal, which makes this count as 2 each, so that's going to be 4. Accuracy doesn't count in the demo game, but it will count when they get more characters and such in there as new releases come out. And no panics, so that's it.
Okay, so that was your 3. Robbie B, how about 4s?
4s, I have a 4.
Okay, I also have a 4. I'm going to go ahead and activate this 4.
I see what you did there. Looks like I'm getting charged. 2 forward.
2, 2, 2, 2, 2, plenty of room. Yep. So I'm just going to go ahead and go forward and block up.
Okay. What's your attack?
All right, so cool. I finally get some cool special abilities. I get 1 red.
Okay.
And 2 blues.
2 blues. All right.
Okay, so also during the attack, I am going to, and just to make sure everybody understands why we attacked as you've been shown, but so this is the movement, this is the activation. There's a little star thing right next to the blue, so that means paired together, that's where we are. In attack, if a unit, which that is a unit, has one of these tokens, which they do, any of the action tokens counts as...
Oh, the surges?
Yeah, the surges count as
Mortal Strike.
Mortal Strike of Death.
That's not good.
So let's hope for a bunch of those. Oh, that is about as good of a roll as it comes, ladies and gentlemen.
So unfortunately, the Mortal Strikes are kind of wasted on little mans, because if they had high armor, it would have gone right through the armor. So I'm going to lose 2 right off the bat when you allocate those out. But what else you got?
You also are going to take 2 from my damage. I am not double. I am not anything else. So it's just 4. So the cool thing was because they were tokened up like that, each one of those counted as a wound. So I'm still okay with it also. Alright, so I've been, in my mind, I always want to have my opponent save these up, right? So I wasn't going to make Robbie B utilize this panic check. I want to have him have multiple, so I can get some late game, I can have some really deathly effects that happen to him. But as you noticed, Robbie B was very smart in the very beginning of the game. He went ahead and gave himself a get-out-of-jail-free card, considering these things. So before Robbie B activates, this will eliminate that for Freezy. So before he activates and eliminates the panic token, I am going to go ahead and give Robbie B 1 panic token, or 1 card. That's Severity 1, and it does work. 1. You receive 2 panic tokens.
Alright, so you spend that, but then I get 2. Boom. Well, that's dirty.
Advantageous.
I like it. Now, it's my 4, which I would activate these guys right here. Unfortunately, my action is a march, which I cannot perform because I'm engaged. So my action is negated. I do not get to do any attacks because I didn't select melee. I could blow this before I reveal, but because we're all stacked up here, I'm just kind of gonna I don't even know anymore. I'm just gonna kind of let it ride.
Go with me on this. Because you didn't move and you couldn't make an action and you tried to charge, don't you get an extra one of these?
It's just negated. I can't perform the action because I'm already engaged.
Oh, I thought if you had a failed charge, you got a panic attack.
Right, but that is true. But I don't even get to perform the action because it's negated because I'm engaged.
Roger.
I believe.
Roger. I'm with you.
But, so yeah, we're just going to let it ride. And what I'm going to try to do next turn is rally my troops so it gets rid of all of those.
Oh, savage. All right, activating my last 4 over here. We have got my reanimates. So we did do a little deep sea diving into the rules here, and we found out that once a base is completely empty, it is considered destroyed. So when I go to regenerate models, I cannot just put 2 over here to keep this base alive. They would have to refill up this tray that I have right here. So that is going to affect ranking bonuses and whatnot. So that being said, it's time to swing on. These reanimates get 2 reds. What's your armor like?
Mine is actually 3, but I have 4 wounds.
4 wounds and 3. I'm needing some good rolls. Well, that doesn't matter. 1, you're...
That would count as 2 because your threat's 2, but it's still not enough.
Still not enough. Okay, so there's that, but I might not have done much.
But at the end of the phase, you get 2 of those guys back.
2 of those guys back because the runes said so.
So I'm going to activate my Rune Golem. I am doing melee at initiative 5. I am brutal, so I get this many threat, which is pretty good. I just got to roll out some average Ooh, that was good. So each one of those counts as 3, and that counts as 3. So that's going to be 6, it looks like. And a surge, which doesn't do anything for me. So my threat was increased by 2. So I'm doing... so I get 6 through. So that would be 2 wounds, I believe, right?
2 wounds on him. Yeah, because my 3 really is a 4 because of my shield. All right, the next phase is a 6. You got any, Robbie B?
Oh, actually, you know what? Let's back up a second. You had +1 armor. So
yeah, that's what I did.
I only did.
Yeah, you did 6 total, so you had to equal 2, right? So
yeah,
equal before.
Yep. So I only did 1 wound through to you.
Why?
Because you count as having 4 armor here. I only did 6 wounds, so there's no carryovers. So I did 6. I would need to do 8 to do 2 wounds to you right here.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You were right. I only did 1 to you. I just looked down at that. I was like, whoops.
Yep. Loving that. Okay, so moving right along. So you have a 6?
I have 7.
I have a 7 also, my priority.
Oh, yep.
So what I'm going to do is check me right here.
Ah, I see what you're doing.
Okay, so I've got the angle in which way I want to go. So I am going to take a twofer, and I'm going to come this way.
I think you get away. You disengage. So you do panic yourself, but you do get away, and that would be very hard for me to actually attack you.
And then, so the trumpet sounds, though, so I get to do that first.
Oh, yeah.
So I move away, I get my trumpet sounds.
Yep.
And then disengaging is a panic token, correct?
Sure is.
Okay.
Well played, sir. So my 7, I selected melee, which I can't do now. So I do nothing.
Robbie B, it's turn 4. You got priority?
How about 2s?
No. Also, I just want you to know, we have been killing the runes. The runes just know what we both need, so it's been going down. Robbie B, I am going to say that's a negative on my side to have 1s and 2s.
3s.
I am swinging with a 3.
All right, I got a 3 as well, so let me flip that. As predicted, I am going to rally, get rid of all those dirtiness banes. I don't want those anymore. You can have them back, and get +1 armor.
Artis Erebus Maximus Aurelius, his time is up. His time is now.
Oh no.
Okay, Robbie B, we've had to tango. We've had to do the shuffle tango, waste some turns to make these axes finally count. Robbie B, I am swinging. My attack characteristics is really badass with these guys. We get to bring out the white dice. Also, I am already guaranteed to do an attack, an automatic wound to you, right?
From what?
From my swing.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And you're brutal, so that counts as 2.
I am also brutal, so anything, my threat range is increased by 1.
Yes, sir.
So let's see what these 2 dice give me. Yes.
Not bad.
Okay. So let me tell you how gross this would have been. So that's 6 wounds. Okay, so that is 1 damage.
So that's definitely, you're getting 1 through on me for sure.
1 through. Now, you see these 2 lightning bolts? If I would have been able, in the beginning of the game, which I wanted to sling one of these tokens to this guy, Maximus Artemis Aribius here.
Oh, and I think you are, but within 1/3. So yeah, if you had a Bane token, or a Blight.
If I would have been able to do that, he gets any of my good guys' abilities. He gets to treat it as if he did it himself. So any dashes from my Lancer's card would have dealt automatic wounds straight through. He would have done 2 automatic wounds before we even did anything else.
Smoked.
That's how cool this combo is that we have here. So that's why when I led into the game saying I really want to have some more of these worm guys, they're definitely coming.
All right, next up is at 4. I'm going to flip my... That might have been a tell there. I'm going to try to catch your stupid archers over here and get some victory points, I feel like.
Wow.
Savage. So we're going to march, but we're also going to charge neg 1 so that it actually goes from a 2 to a 1. So I may contact, I may not.
I don't know. I don't know if it's sharp enough.
Do I get there? I think I'll get there. Boop. Or not?
Yeah.
Do I get there?
I agree.
Okay.
I think you get there.
We're there. So
you're going to basically piddle around.
Yep. And then hit on that corner right there.
Hit on the corner.
Yep.
I mean, we're talking about
millimeters.
Millimeters here. This is science.
And boom. So now we're going to get our full attacks, but we're going to get a flank bonus as well. So we get my choice of a dice, which I don't know. I don't know the odds on the dice yet, so we'll just go. I like uniformity. I'm going to go one of each color right here. And there it is. We got 2 hits. I feel like that's enough right there.
That's enough. That'll do, pig.
Savage.
My 4 reanimates. Go. Let's get some good dice rolling here. I'll take it.
That's not bad.
Now I am ranked up.
Yep, so your threat is 2. So each of those counts as 2, so that's 4 damage, which is enough to get 1 wound through on Carrie, a Wraith Stalker. So she's got 3 wounds left, believe it or not. She's a baller.
That's a confident shit, yeah.
And she also... You also cause a pen. No, that's not a token. So it's just an
actual check.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So
and I'm going to go ahead and do it?
Yep, so severity 1. You might as well if you got it.
Absolutely.
Oh, hey, look at that. Cash it in.
1 stun token.
Oh, that's brutal. Good thing I got. So this is where... So this is going to be really interesting here because I actually have a 4 and it would come to me. So if I don't use my inspiration token right now before I reveal, when I reveal, Juice can use the stun token to lock out my modifier. And I know what my modifier is, and I'm trying to go for a combo just to see how it works. So I am going to use my inspiration to get rid of that stun token and reveal my dial, which is melee. It gives myself a surge. So we're going to rock her out with 1 and 1. No flank bonus there, but I am brutal.
You are brutal. God!
So we got two surges, and I can activate for each surge. I can choose another enemy unit at range 1 to 5. That enemy suffers 2 damage per surge spent. Now here's the thing: I gotta be in line of sight, and which I am actually not. That's actually not gonna work because I cannot draw line of sight through other units. So that was kind of a waste. If there's something over here, that might have worked. But hey, that's how we learn. So I've got 1, 2, 3. That's going to be 6 damage because I'm brutal, right?
Yeah, because you're going to use the 2 blue in here. Yep, that's 6 damage.
Oh, excuse me. No, I was wrong. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 total.
4 total, okay.
Yep.
And then now I did just want to point out, unless something else comes out at the end of my activation phase, there were still 2 green runes over there, so I would have had 2 more guys back. But until anything else is said or whatever else has rules per written, that base was destroyed. So, can I do that? So I lose how many?
You would lose 4.
4.
So that
I couldn't have done anything. And then now this tray is destroyed. We'll pull that off here in just a second.
Yep. So funny story. We were using our words, reading our words, and I actually looked at the special ability of Carrie, and it looks like it doesn't require line of sight, but Juice has this ability.
Yeah, so here we're going on with my Lancers, okay? I was like, well, wait a second. I had to choose one unengaged enemy unit, range 1 to 5. Sounds very similar, but there's a caveat, Robbie B. Mine states, and in line of sight.
Yep, and mine does not.
So, rules as written, they have set a precedent right here that says if a ability needs to have line of sight, they're going to tell us it needs line of sight. Robbie B, does yours tell you?
It does not.
Hey, come on with it.
So I think I get to cash in these 2 surges.
Yes, sir.
To cause 4 damage, which will get through your armor, and 1 wound to your Carrion Lancer.
Yes, sir. But now this guy does have a rerollable 5-up, feel no pain. So
yes.
He's going to try to negate that.
That sounds like another game we play that we have to use books instead of cards.
Yeah.
I like the cards.
I mean, I like books because they have pictures, but these cards also have pictures. So.
Do.
Time for the 5s. Robbie B, you got any?
I got nothing. Go fish.
Right. So, it is time. We've got the attack characteristic. Ooh. We've got 2 blues and 1 red.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow, that's a lot.
Robbie B. So that is 1 automatic, followed by 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is a total of 5 wounds, my brother.
Well, there goes my rank. So I will not be doing any rerolls, and all of these trays are destroyed, and we're on to our full rank in the front right there. So I may have overthought some tactics here. I am actually going to shuffle in 1, which is going to panic me. You can't choose to just not do an action as far as I can tell, so That was a little awkward. I figured Juice would try to get away from me because I was doing so much damage to him, but that was not the case. So we're just going to sidestep, and like I said, I am going to panic because I disengaged from combat right there. But I do get an inspiration token, which might help me next go around.
Turn 5 it is with my priority. We've rolled the runes. And we got to see who's up. I've only got my 3 dials in front of me. So 1, 2,
nope,
3.
I got a 3.
Okay, go right ahead.
All right, we are going to attack with no modifier because that activates a special ability that we don't have because we're not playing with war gear cards at this point in the demo game. So my attacks are going to be a red and a blue. Very simple. Here we go. So we are threat 2, so that's going to count as 4.
So it gets through.
All right.
Ooh, that hurts.
Take it.
Now, do you still count as full threat too, even though there's not a full rank here?
If you have any models in the tray, I do not have a full rank, but that really only counts if they're behind here, and then that would only give me 1 reroll of the dice as opposed to rerolling all the dice for my rank bonus.
Gotcha. Okay, so that is done. So we're going to go, that was a 3. How about a 4?
I have a 4.
Okay, I also have a 4, so we'll activate here.
Ooh, well played.
And again, we've got 2. We're looking for one of those epic good rolls, which was not it.
So that's 2.
4. Oh, excuse me, you're right. 2. 1, 2. And,
but you can't trigger a panic.
And I will go ahead and choose that
Severity
panic.
1. Oh, there it is. Something's getting through. What is that?
Immobilized.
Oh my. I think that means I can't move or something. I haven't seen that one yet. We'll have to look it up.
I enjoy this.
I feel like I'm not moving though. Well, let's check it out. Let me see if I got it. I'm on Bane's here. Bane's is immobilize, spend from an enemy when it reveals a marched or a shuffle to cancel that action. Okay, so that's not going to come into play yet, and that's actually not that. It's this. Okay, so I am going to reveal. We are going to do another melee attack with a built-in surge, and her attacks are 1 in each of these. She is brutal. It looks like we are just getting 2 here. So it's going to do 2 damage, and I'm going to pop off a surge, dealing... Oh, it will only deal 2, and that's not enough to get through your armor over there or over here, so nothing happens.
Gotcha. We are at 5s, and we've got Artemis coming in hot with a... Robbie B, show me how to work that thing. So,
so
that's a 2. I'm sorry, that's a 2
That
angle.
would be a 2.
Yeah, okay. So Robbie B, with it coming in tight like that, you show me how we're supposed to do it.
Well, what we can do is we can take the mans off, because that would help. And then we can just go like this, and there is no doubt you are definitely going to contact me.
Impossible not to, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So there it is.
So that's where contact is.
Yep.
Now, as per the rules, you just basically rank up.
Yep. And I'll put my mans back. But fortunately, I'm planning for this eventuality, if you don't kill me.
There we go. So now, am I flanking you right now?
You are.
So that means I get an extra what?
1 dice. I think of your choice.
Of my choice?
We'll go with that. Well, it's a demo game.
There it is. So I already have these dice.
That's going to be
and I like blue. Okay. So I'm going to go with the blue. So, here we go. I feel like that's good.
So you are brutal, so that's 6 damage. That rips right through my 4 armor, so he is gone.
Kadoosh. Love it.
Is.
Artemis, Maximus, Aurelius.
Well, we're going to try to bring in the cavalry here. So we are marching, not charging, because I didn't think I could make it. Well, actually, that move does not exist, I think. So we are going to do a...
Go straight 2?
No, actually, it's a straight... Well, it's a march of 3 minus 1, so we're turning 2.
Curve 2.
Yep. Let's see. Something like that. Get into position for the charge.
Oh, yeah, you are. And we're just going to roll right into... That was Robbie B, so now I also have a 5. Wormtastic. We're just going to try to do the same thing. 2 blues and a red, and we're looking for one of those other epic rolls before we get killed off. Well, let me tell you what that isn't. That good. But I do 1, because that's a guarantee from my action. Every roll can be a winner.
Nope.
We've got turn 6 now.
Yep.
Robbie B, ones,
Nope.
twos,
Nope.
threes.
I got a 3.
All right, I don't. You're up.
Trying to take
These
the
guys
fight.
are so fast.
Yeah, they're actually really good.
That is unbelievable right
and
there.
then couple it with the wild card special ability, which I don't know what that does because we haven't started playing with the War Gear cards yet. But I don't know. Maybe these guys seem like a solid core unit of dudes here to
Seem
take.
like a must take.
Yeah. So that's going to be 4 damage.
It's gonna do it.
Oh,
It's
all right.
gonna do it, homie. I've already taken 2.
Yep.
That would be my 3rd.
Them spearmans.
Man's down. Okay, so that was 3. How about a 4, Robbie B?
I have a 4 right here.
I also have a 4, and I have
It's your priority, right? Yep.
No, actually, I think we might have messed that up because it is turn. Oh,
It's turn 6 right now.
it is turn 6. Okay, so we will go here.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm so sorry. I had turn 1, right? I had 1
Yes.
priority on 1, so you have priority on every
Oh yeah, boy.
positive turn.
Okay.
But you just have priority. I feel like
Did
it's
I?
actually turn 7. Yeah, we forgot to move this
Okay.
dial right here. Sorry about this, everybody.
I'm good with it either way.
We're new with this.
This is
So-
a demo game.
Yep. So we have got priority here.
Yeah.
I have got my 2 dice. So I give you. So this is kind of cool. We'll see what happens.
All right. Severity 1.
Severity 1, but it's actually severity 2.
So you get 2, and you get to pick one that you can. Well, you can't do any of those,
Got
unfortunately.
it.
The odds were against you on that one.
And I get to put 2 guys back because there is
Yep.
still 2 green guys out there.
Keep
Love
going.
you, runes.
So we'll go to
Your
my
4.
hero, and I'm going to try to get rid of that. Boop.
Yes,
And
you do.
trigger. So I don't get my surge, but I kind of predicted that I would do the work over there.
Or is it a blue for her?
God, it is a blue for her.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Wow.
She's
That's
on
6?
fire. That is 6.
I want you to know, without those green runes, this unit would be mincemeat a long time ago.
By this one character.
Gosh.
And she can reroll too. I haven't even rerolled. She's brutal.
Wow. Okay. How about a 5?
I got a 5. How
I
about
also
you?
have a 5, but your priority?
Oh, am I? Okay.
Oh, excuse me. It's a 7. I
I
have
don't
a
even know
priority.
anymore.
So I will go. So we'll activate here.
Yeah, that guy's mean. Keep him away from me.
So we've got a 3 and an angle.
Oh, okay.
Angle
I see what
3.
you're doing. Trying to apply that gentle back pressure.
We're gonna try to apply some pressure here. I'm coming in hot, Robbie B. It's my man's.
Okay. And last but certainly not least, I have an interesting maneuver here. I expected that guy to not be there. Now, I don't know if I'm going to keep from colliding. So it is a 3, which would go down to 2. And let's see, I can do it either way. And I'm not sure if you are allowed to check before you place, but we're just going to assume you can for the demo game. I feel like I'm going to collide with my own man's. Right there, it looks like. So, here's the deal. You can actually do that if it's friendly, if your maneuver can clear you past the rank. But unfortunately, my maneuver would get me right here, which does not clear me. So I think that's bad, and something here gets a panic token. Not exactly sure how it works. I'll look it up later. So from what it looked like, if you collide with a friendly unit, you are not panicked. They just kind of like, oh, hey, what's up? But not 100% for sure, but that's what it looks like for this demo game. Now we are in turn 8. I think I have the priority.
Yes, you do.
So we'll activate, we'll say 3s. You got any 3s?
I have no 3s.
I'd say 4s.
That's a big negative.
I will pop off mine right here. So we're going to go with a couple of melee attacks. Let me get a blue and a white. Thank you. So here we go. And I have a surge on deck. Ooh, that's semi-helpful. So that's going to count as 4 surges, which I can cash in to do 8 damage to any unit within 1 to 5, which I'll throw over here. I'm not sure if that... I feel like you have a lot of wounds.
Yeah, I'm good to go. That
That won't kill you, but it'll put a heart
You do
in.
how many?
Looks like it's going to be... Because I can catch each surge in with her special ability for 2 damage. So that is going to be 4, so 8 damage total.
Okay, so that'd do 2 wounds.
Okay.
Still alive and kicking.
And no melee directly ahead, but I can cause a panic. But I feel like, aren't they immune to any panic that's fear or whatever? Oh, it doesn't matter. I didn't get anything good. So there it is.
Okay. That was a really solid, advantageous roll. I enjoy it. So that is all that. How about a 5?
5, I've got, it looks like, ooh, I'm going to mix my guys up. Hold on a sec. So, yes, my cavalry is a 5.
All right.
And my cavalry is going to go 3, and it's going to try to launch a charge because it's the last turn. I don't even know if that's a thing. I'm hoping I can clear. That's not happening.
Not happening.
So it looks like I can clear, but I don't think I can act. I obviously didn't contact. Do I clear? It looks like, am I square over there?
You're square, brother.
Okay, so I did clear, but I'm panicked because I did not contact.
All right, so now it's up for my 5. So I'm going 2 angled charge. And, for all intents and purposes.
Oof. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So that's this guy right here?
Yep.
So you got your choice. I do not believe you need to declare a charge or anything like that.
We're gonna go right there. There's no way
you're bringing it?
Oh, dude, it's not happening.
Not happening. I like it. I feel like I got his attention. So let's see.
Oh yeah.
Something like that. You're gonna clip the corner right there.
And then rank up.
Boom.
Okay, you're about to. Oh, so now I have.
You have a flank bonus?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So again, we're just gonna keep the standard 2 white and 1 blue here.
Okay.
1 million damage is what I'm looking for, and a couple skulls.
Roll that one again.
There we go. So there's that.
Oof. All right. So you are brutal. So that's 6, right?
Yes, sir.
So 6 damage is going to get through twice and cause 2 more wounds to her. She has 1 wound remaining.
And then now, Robbie B, just to declare, this blue does not give me an automatic one. It only allows me to move and charge.
Correct.
Okay. Perfect. So then now we have to resolve.
Looks like a severity 1 panic.
But now, oh, she's not blight tokened.
Not yet.
Darn it. Okay, so that is a severity 1 blight token.
And it is confusion. Unit discards all bonuses. If add no bonuses, it receives 1 panic. Wah, wah.
Oh, if I would have only known the chain of events. Initiative 6?
I have, nope.
Okay, and then so now I am at a 7. My 7, if I would have known the chain of events, I would have tried to swing, get in anything that I could, but I didn't. I want to try to detach from this, move my 1 back.
You can back up into me. Just go like 4. That's cool.
Take my panic token and get +1 armor. Wow.
And then I expected you to hit up here, so I was gonna melee. I cannot melee.
You cannot do that, Robbie B.
So that's it.
That game is in the books.
Yep.
Runewars version 1. We're going to have more of this to come. So, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor. Head on over to longwar.net. Become a veteran of the Long War today. Get all the juicy details of this demo battle report breakdown. Thanks, everybody.